This is the Leaf Riders of Wrenwood. My name's Landon, you're watching RPG ABC, and we are playing this quest calendar every day this year and having a ton of fun doing it. And so let's jump into this week, where it turns out we do pick our hero that we'll be playing, and I've picked Thatch. I went through all the character stuff, and I felt like Thatch would be fun to play as. And I really wanted a character that had a pet as well. So Thatch has this moth guy, which looks pretty cool. And so, yeah, I'm excited to jump into this. So why don't we jump into this week, right? So, reinforcements arrive with Captain Clawthorn. We have secured breach in Crownspire Castle. Oh, whoops. We have a security breach in Crownspire Castle, she says. I need you to get down this hole quickly to assess where they are coming from and if there are more insects. So first we pick a hero, and as I previously mentioned, I picked Thatch. So you select a hero that you'll play for the remainder of the year. Pick one of the 6 you've played thus far, or you may want to visit that to create your own custom. You can also view each hero's higher level stats and abilities to help you decide if you've chosen. So we've chosen Thatch Spring Willow, the Raccoon Thorn Weaver. It is no coincidence that these filthy insects emerge into the throne room. The Tree of Seasons was likely the target of this attack. If that is the case, then as the future tree keeper... Wait, is that me talking? I thought that was me talking. No, I think it's the captain talking. So, it is no coincidence these filthy insects emerged into the throne room. The Tree of Seasons was likely the target of this attack. If that is the case, then as the future tree keeper, you must do everything you can to protect the tree. So, do your duty and get down there. All right. So we're going to jump down there. But first we take a rest, meaning we fully heal. Yeah, so I couldn't find it anywhere in the rules where I added everything together, because I was doing that, and it just felt like I was breaking things because my virtue was getting so high so early. So I decided not to add everything together. If you played last year, let me know what you did and whether or not you think that was right, because I couldn't find it in the rules anywhere. But we have fully healed. We've regained our spells. We've fully healed. Everything is looking fine and dandy. Yeah. So why don't we go ahead, jump into tomorrow, which was Tuesday, February 13th, 2024. And we level up. Congratulations, you gained enough experience to increase your hero's level. Follow the instructions for leveling up. Increase your hero's level to 2, which that means we will just be flipping to here. And let's see, we had 2 amber and 1 virtue. So, put this back up here. 2 amber, 1 virtue. There we go. Increase your hero's level to 2. You have 2 points to allocate however you choose to increase any of your hero's traits: strength, dexterity, constitution, intellect, wisdom, charisma. Right? So, with Thatch, our health went up by 5 for a total of 15. Our defense went up by 1 for a total of +2. Our damage went up to a D12. Our spell slots went up to 4. A new ability, Bug Tamer. Add +2 to all rolls to train and handle bugs. A new ability, Arcane Adept. That's +2 to all rolls to handle and deal with magic. And then a new ability, what is that? Mnemonic Mastery. Once per page, reroll any d20 intellect roll and take the new result. So we have 2 points to increase our previous stats. Now, we could focus on getting our 2 -2s up to 0s, but I'm not sure if that's really the best case. We could take both of our -2s to -1s, and I think that's better, right, than getting one of them up to 0 and then later on the other one up to 0. So let's get both of them to -1. So the strength is still +0. +0 plus 2 dex -1 con plus 2 intellect -1 wisdom, and I think charisma was +0. Let me flip back and see. Yes, I got that all right. Perfect. All right, let's move that there. Let's fix this box to be there. There we go. So we have leveled up. We're looking pretty good. Thatch is looking awesome. So why don't we go ahead, jump into the next day, which is Wednesday, February 14th, 2024. Before entering the tunnel, equip yourself with one of these powerful artifacts. It could come in handy. So we pick one item to take and equip. And then this is just things about equipment, which we already know because we've played a couple quest calendars by now. So we can get the Royal Bloom Shield, which looks pretty cool. That's +1 intellect, +1 defense. Yo, the Alchemist Belt, which is +1 intellect, +2 max HP. Okay. And then the Blossom Wand, which is +1 intellect, +1 attack. I personally think the shield is going to be the best option here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, which means our intellect goes up to 3. And our defense is actually +3 as well. Very nice. Let's go ahead, take this, blow on it to try to dry it out a little bit. Flip back to the stickers because it's sticker time, baby. Let's get these. Here we go. There's the Bloom Shield right there. We are going to take a sticker. Then we flip to the front of the page, or the front of the book, where we've got our equipment section. Nope, that's party. That's inventory. Should be the next page. Boom, equipment. This is a shield, so it would go right there. Perfection. There we go. Here we go. We are back to Thatch Spring Willow. Very nice. Very excited about our new equipment. Very excited about playing as Thatch. So, yeah, equipment, items managed, blah, blah, blah. So I think that just means we move on to the next day since we're playing the whole week. All right, Thursday, February 15th, 2024, which I think is the day this video comes out. Hey, it will be dark down there in the tunnel. You'll need to take this trained bug pet to help you see. Captain Flint Clawthorn hands you one of the Royal Guard's trained bugs. So let's see. There's a Firefly with 2 HP, a Lightning Bug with 2 health. Okay, so I'm a little confused on how to use party things. It has to do with the deck. That's why this deck has been sitting here the whole time, you know. I'm gonna take the Firefly because it looks like it just needs to be greater than a 4, and I guess it needs to be a spade, where the club greater than 5 you're less likely to get. So that's where, yeah, I think I'm gonna add the Firefly. So let's see, this is a lot that they have written down here. Party members can give your hero access to abilities they may not know or grant an additional bonus if the skill is already known. This may also provide perks like improved attack, damage, or healing capabilities. You may need to pay an initial fee. We don't. Heroes will remain in your party until their health is reduced to 0 or switch them out on a rest. You can have a max of 5 large party members and 5 small pet bugs. So it seems like we're going to have a pet bug, which is nice. Yeah. Like your hero, party members can be healed with health potion. That's good. A hero ability or upon a rest, party members can heal. Only use their healing powers on the hero. Party members that can heal can only use their healing powers on the hero. Okay, good to know. To use their abilities, you will need any deck of playing cards. We've got the special one that came with the Kickstarter. You shuffle the deck of playing cards once for the page, so per page, and we keep the jokers in the deck. Identify which party member you wish to use the ability of. Each party member can only be used once per page. Each ability can only be triggered once per page. Draw a random card from the deck of cards and compare it to the party's abilities. The ability is activated if the card matches the required suit and is equal to or more than the ability's target number. Some skills only need the card to match the suit to trigger. For example, I don't think I need examples. Some skill may also require a number on the card to be higher than the target number. For example, a monk can grant a +1 to a defense roll if the suit is a diamond and the number is 7 or more. Right. Ability, damage the party member if you draw a face card of any suit, reduce their health by 1. Face cards act as 10 plus and can trigger abilities. Jokers act as both suits, the red joker being heart diamond, the black being club spade. If the party member's health is reduced to 0, they are dead and removed from your party. So we are going to take the Firefly. They both have 2 health. So, yeah. So let's get the Firefly. I didn't know there was a difference between a Firefly and a lightning bug. Or is that just like they're using it as a difference, but like there's actually no difference, maybe? I don't know. But let's see, we got our Firefly right here. Interesting. I don't see like the moth that it shows that Thatch has, which is interesting. Where I see like a ladybug and I see that horned beetle that the porcupine had. Like, I'm not seeing the moth. Interesting. Who knows? It may not mean anything. And then we flip here. Wow, perfect flip. And they're our first party members, so they're going to go right here. Right there. Right into the book. All right. There we go. Is the camera moving? I feel like it might be. Might need to tighten up the fixtures. Sorry, let's get back to the game. I know some people might not like the management aspect, but I feel like there's some that do. So, yeah. Friday, February 16th, 2024. We'll need to seal this tunnel to prevent further intrusion, so get in and out quickly. The others in the room leave, and you have your task ahead. Alright, so first we need to examine this tunnel, which is a intellect roll. Reminder investigator, which we do have, plus our intellect is 3, so we're looking at +5 here. You peer into the tunnel before entering to ensure no ambush awaits. That's a 3. Once per page, reroll any intellect roll and take the new result. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Okay, that's a 6. Yeah, that's a 6. plus the 5, so we're at 11. That barely gets us to the good result. The dark tunnel goes down quite far. It is not dug out safely, but you spot a route to go down that should be safer. Gain a +2 bonus to climb down. That's going to be 2A or 2B. So 2A, we can climb down quickly, or 2B, we can climb down safely. I'm going to climb down safely. Even though I'm better dexterity than constitution, I feel like I would climb down safer. And we get a +2 there, minus the 1 for Macon, so that is just +1. You aim to take precautions climbing down the hole so you don't injure yourself. What is that? What is that? That's a 15. Yeah, there you go. You guys saw. That's a 15. So 15 minus 1 for 14. If the result is 11 or more, you climb into the hole and maintain a tight grip against the wall. You look for safe footholds to use along the way. Once the light diminishes, you descend slowly but safely to the bottom. Okay. On to the final day this week. It feels like it went by fast, but at the same time, there's a lot of like management stuff. So, yeah. Ooh, some combat, it seems. You move along the tunnel until you hear a noise ahead. You approach quickly. They appear to be talking amongst themselves and haven't noticed you. So we can follow them, but you can follow behind them in hopes of eavesdropping. That sounds like a really good idea. So, let's go ahead. And, okay. Let's do that. Dexterity plus stealthy. We don't have stealthy, but we do have +2 to dex. So, oof. What is that? That is a 7. 7. You guys saw that? Yeah, you guys saw that. 7. So that's +2, so that is 9 total. If the result is between 8 and 14. We've done it. Our mission is complete. We can leave now. They can't stop us. Their precious tree will be dead soon. King Rathex will be pleased. You accidentally kick a rock, making enough noise to draw the insect's attention. The insects inspect where it came from. You remain still and hidden long enough to get the drop on them. Nice. All right. So, the first enemy we are going to attack. We've got +4 to our attack. That's 2. What spell can I use? Defense and damage. Nope. That's neither of those. All right, so we miss, and they're going to attack us. We have +3 to our defense. That's a natural 20. Boom. We get a boon. Just gonna write that down here. Boon. Beautiful. And we succeed on the defense roll, so that means we only take 1 point of damage, so we're at 14. Okay, there's that. Next, we have the second enemy. Remember, +4 to attack. That's another natural 20. So we definitely hit them there. That is a D12 for damage. Let's see. We need more than 5. I can boost it with spells, so let's see. That's 6. That's enough. Just, was it Thorn Whip? Yeah. I just reach down into the ground, rip up a root that's, a bit thorny and whip them with it. Heck yeah. So that one is stunned. And we get 1 amber because we killed one of them. Nice. Yeah. Awesome. And that is the day. That's it for today, for this week. So let's see. I'm not seeing anything there for, pickpocket or whatever. But hey, thank you so much for joining me. I'm really enjoying playing this old quest calendar. I hope you're enjoying watching me play this old quest calendar. If you played this quest calendar before, let me know down in the comments. And yeah, just know that I appreciate each and every one of you very much. And I'll see you next week.